Have you ever heard the common advice? Don't listen to your heart, it can mislead you. Don't solely rely on your rational mind, it can be fooled. Listen to your intuition. It sounds intriguing, but what does that actually mean? How can we learn to tap into and trust our intuitive nudges to make better choices in life? The way I see it, in so many situations, winning or losing, succeeding or failing, often feels outside of our direct control. We can research, weigh the pros and cons, and make the most well-reasoned decision possible. But sometimes, things just don't go according to plan. For example, take asking someone out on a date. You can carefully consider the timing, how interested they seem, on the circumstances. But no matter how thoroughly you try to calculate the perfect moment, it still may be too early and catch them off guard, or too late and they've already moved on. The only true control you have is listening to your instincts and acting if they give you that unmistakable green light. So let's break down the roles of the heart, the head, and the intuition when it comes to decision making. The heart represents emotions, passions, and desires. Our hearts are extremely powerful motivators, but if we exclusively follow them, we can become impulsive or rash. Think about those in the moment impulse purchases or heated choices we all make and later regret it when the emotions cooled off. The heart alone is not always the wisest advisor. The head is our logical mind, analysis, reasoning, looking at data and details. This is an invaluable tool, but it too has its limitations. Our minds can be thrown off by biases, limited perspectives, and simply lacking key pieces of information. It's easy to spiral into overthinking and miss the forest for the trees when we rely only on our heads. Which brings us to intuition, that gut instinct, your sixth sense, an inner knowing that arises seemingly out of nowhere. But where does this intuition come from? The common theory is that intuition taps into your subconscious mind, a vast database of accumulated experiences, situational pattern recognition, emotional intelligence, and more information than your conscious mind could ever process at once. Your intuition is like a direct line into seamlessly computing one of those deep insights. So how can we start learning to truly listen to and trust our intuitive instincts? A few key practices. Pay close attention to those gut feelings as they arise, and don't just brush them aside. What is your intuition trying to tell you about a situation? Ask yourself, listen to your inner voice. What is your intuition trying to tell you about a situation? Meditation, even just a few minutes per day of quieting your mind, can help you tune into that quote-unquote still small voice of intuition more clearly. And journaling about your past experiences. When did you ignore your intuition and regret it? When did you follow your gut feeling lead you to somewhere amazing you never could have predicted? Actively recording those insights help you trust in your intuitive capabilities. In situations big or small, here's a simple 3-step process I recommend for integrating intuition into your decision making. 1. Intuition check. Get in touch with your gut feeling about the situation first. What is your instinctive tendency? 2. Head check. Then apply your logical analysis and examine whether that intuitive nudge rationally aligns with your goals and values. 3. Heart check. Finally, see how you feel about pursuing what intuitive instinct. Does it light you up with passion and excitement, or does it feel forced? When the intuition, head, and heart are all in alignment, that's a clear signal you got a potential winner on your hands. But if there's a dissonance between them, pause and figure out what's causing that difference. For example, let's say you're struggling with a career decision. Your heart is saying, this new job pays more and has more prestige. But deep down, you know you'll be miserable and dread going to work each day. Your head's perspective is, well, the benefits are great here, and it's the smart, safe path to stay. But your intuition is nudging you with this persistent feeling that it's time to take a risk and pursue a more fulfilling path that excites you, even if it seems uncertain and unconventional on paper. In that case, your heart and intuition are likely the wise guides to follow. Or let's say you're evaluating whether to fully trust a new friend, business partner, or romantic prospect. Your heart is infatuated by how charismatic and exciting they seem. Your head analyzes on the logical reasons they make sense as a good connection. But your intuition is sounding alarms with persistent unease and skepticism that something seems slightly off about this person. That intuitive red flag means pause and further vet the situation before fully letting your guard down. At the end of the day, your heart can be fickle and misguided by temporary emotions. Your head, while immensely valuable, can overthink and be led astray by incorrect assumptions or information. But when you learn to separate truth from physical intuitions, you tap into a rich stream of subconscious wisdom. Counterintuitive as it sounds, your gut instincts are often the most trustworthy because they take in and seamlessly compute so much more input than just pure feelings or pure logic alone. So I'll leave you with this. Don't ignore or dismiss those intuitive hunches. Both the nudges that excite you and the internal warning signals that give you pause. They just may be the key to making decisions you don't ultimately regret, or limiting yourself from amazing opportunities that are awaiting if you're brave enough to listen. As we wrap up, remember that the most incredible journeys often begins with a single step. A step guided by your intuition. It's time to embrace your inner wisdom. Trust your gut and start making choices that align with your true self. Remember, your intuition is your superpower, so use it wisely. Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to my podcast and leave a review on your favorite platform. And if you're feeling generous, share this episode with someone who needs to hear. And until next time, stay awesome, stay limitless, and stay you.